Hello, Professor.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
All good. So good to see you. It's been a while.
Yes.
Why don't we just go sit on my desk closer to here?
Please.
Easy for me to talk.
Yes, please. All right. So, speaking of being back on campus, is there one thing that you'd like to do if you were a student at Habib?
If I was a student at Habib, I would surely take plenty of courses outside of my major.
All right. Okay. So, is there one faculty member that you would like to switch places with for one day?
So many of them. But given the crazy work that happens in the Center for South Asian Music, I'd like to switch places with Yousuf Kerai for a day.
Oh, interesting. Is it like, so if you were Dr. Kerai, would you still stick to the tabla, or would you switch to a different instrument?
No, I think I'll do tabla.
All right.
I'm really mesmerized with what he does with that.
All right. Okay. So you have taught both AHSS and DSSE students, yes?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Yes.
So do you see any difference between the two students?
Quite a lot, actually. In fact, the way the students across both programs think is dramatically different. But I really like how the students in AHSS, for example, challenge whatever you are sharing with them. And I love how the DSSE students are able to now connect what the quantitative sides of things or the empirical sides of things connect with the other part of the world. And I think they also are bringing a very balanced narrative. But it's an interesting challenge to teach students who are coming from different disciplines, and something that has really helped me grow a lot.
All right. Okay. So any advice that you've gotten from a student that's stuck with you?
Yes. So initially the focus on content was very student agnostic, but over time I realized that students were really putting stress on choosing some sorts of problem statements and projects which are very relevant to our context. And I think that really changed my approach to the courses. And because I saw that students at Habib are so good at self-learning as well, that most of my classes over time have started becoming more collaborative and student-led as opposed to lecture only.
All right. Okay. So quick question. One student habit that you dislike?
Not sticking to time, not respecting time of others. I think that's bad.
All right. One student habit that you do like?
Oh, the wide area of knowledge that they cover at Habib, and they display that when we talk to them.
Okay. So you have to pick one. All right. Rahim bhai ke fries or cafe to go ke fries?
Rahim bhai.
All right. As expected. Online classes, offline classes?
Offline classes.
All right. Pool or gym?
Pool.
Pool. Morning classes, evening classes?
Morning classes.
All right. Okay. So how would you describe? Actually, you know what? There is a board behind you. Could you write one word to describe the student-faculty relationship?
Student-faculty relationship for me is inspiring.
Inspiring. Interesting.
That's what happens when I meet them, and I hope I'm able to do that when they meet me as well.
That's really interesting. You know, Dr. Waqar gave us the same word.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, good. We are synced right now.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna take a slight, step back into the past.
Okay.
And we're gonna look at your final year.
Okay.
So what was your final year in undergrad like?
My final year in undergrad life was very interesting. I, for the first time, learned what it means to sit at the back seat. And the world is very different when you sit at the back seat. I also learned how to bunk classes in my final year. But I would say that I enjoyed that time the most. I'm ashamed to admit that, but yes.
Thank you so much for your time,
It was a pleasure having you here. Good to see you again.